So if you are in the ride-sharing business, Uber, Lyft, there's many. There are fantastic apps, and more apps. I'm sure you totally overwhelmed with all the amount of apps, but I've watched several videos, and I've heard people speaking about good apps. I've then researched them, and I'd like to include them. So I'm thanking those people in advance for bringing up those apps. And then there are certain apps that I use myself. But if you are like one of those super geeky technology dudes or dudesses, or what do they call them? I don't know what the female version is, but you know what I mean, like geeks, right? Then you obviously have all these gadgets and all these apps. Now I just use a few, but I'm going to read a few for you. So when it comes to navigation, Google Maps or Waze. I tried out Waze for a while. I like Waze when I'm traveling long distances by myself, driving fast, and I want to make sure I know where the radars are and this and that. Okay, I shouldn't be saying it, but that's a fact. When I'm on Uber and Lyft, and I have a video that I made which is called Uber Airlines Landing. I'm just not going to post it. It'll get me into trouble. But Google Maps is the one I love. They are constantly improving. They work out the fastest route. They have traffic, everything integrated. They are sweet. Google Apps is my, Then there are these mileage apps like Stride. Very helpful. Keeps track of all the miles as you drive. I use it for a while. Then there was another one I was using. I get it, but I sometimes forget to put this on, because I'm so involved, moving people around in large groups of people that I sometimes forget. So my bad. But the mileage app Stride is really good. For accounting, QuickBooks, always used QuickBooks. Plug in your costs, your expenses, keep track of that. It's fantastic. Music, I really, there's great music apps that they play, whether it's Pandora or Spotify. Most of them play Spotify. I want them to be the DJ. I want them to have fun, okay? Sometimes when I'm on my own or with the rider, I will put my app on. But generally, I'll tune into a radio station that they like, and I'll gauge what type of music they like depending on their age, or their students, African American, hip-hop, rap. They look like they're in their 40s, 50s, maybe 80s music would be good. So I'm very good at choosing music, but I want them to be the DJ. They usually use Spotify. That's sort of the vibe that I get when they're talking. The weather, do I look at a lot of the weather apps? I actually do, right? I do feel like you make more money when it rains, because the people don't want to get in the car, especially in LA. They like to order a driver. AccuWeather, weather.com. I've downloaded a couple of weather apps, yeah. So I do check weather, especially when I go to other cities and other states for business. I do. Tracking my gas expenses is a great app called Gas Buddy, my buddy for gas, Gas Buddy. Got to check that out. Roadside assistance, there's several. I'm signed up with AAA Premier. Helped me out of 2 or 3 situations. Thank God, not with passengers, but when I was traveling long distances on my own, the AAA app helped me out. So my roadside assistance, my favorite one is AAA. They've been very loyal to me, super professional. I will pay that premier price every year, without fail. Now, when it comes to flights, I do a ton of airport pickups, drop-offs, got to monitor the arrival times, and is it going to be 30 minutes earlier? 30 minutes later, 15 minutes earlier. So Flight Stats is a great app. Google, I also just put the airline, like I'll put AA for American Airlines 169. Boom, there it is. Updates me, and it sends me updates to my phone. So I really enjoy Google. But you could also use Flight Stats. Passenger apps, sure. You need those passenger apps if you are. I promoted that in many videos. Sun's going down, by the way. I hope you can still see me. Yes. The passenger apps for Uber and Lyft, I think, are crucial. Statistically, in the first year when I started this business, wasn't using them. Then when I did use them for the next 2 years after that, I was making 15 to 20% more money. Everyone that I've coached, I've explained the 2-phone trick. I've revealed it. Some people say it's a lot of crap and they don't need 2 phones. They don't realize I'm driving 2 services and I do need 4 apps, and I have a lot of other apps running as well. So I do need 2 phones, especially because there's 2, listen to me, there's 2 different reception zones here in LA. Sometimes AT&T cuts out. I can rely on my Verizon, get back onto the navigation system and keep on navigating with. So I need 2 phones. I don't need the comments from people that say, you idiot, you don't need 2 phones. I need 2 phones, right? So then, you know, for advanced payments, there's an app called Active Hours if you need early payout. Lyft, of course, has their Express Pay, which is fantastic if you want to check out quick cash, have it in your account the next day. I'm sure Uber is going to bring that out too, but for early payment, Active Hours works well. Ladies and gentlemen, Square, the app Square, has saved me many times, the little swiper, right? Because I get to the airport, the people don't have cash, and it's like, honey, I really want to pay the guy a tip. I really enjoyed your service. I don't have cash. Sir, do you accept credit card? Yes. Swipe. Thank you, Square. Back to square one. Thank you, Square. So those apps, I've mentioned many, 10 or 12 apps there. They're very useful. So figure out for yourself which ones come in handy. I told you pretty much the ones I use. Again, I am not 100% on top of all the apps like some of the techie geeks, but there are certain apps that I use every single day without fail because they make my life easier. So, sun's going down. It's going to be the last video for the night. Buonasera, good night, gute Nacht, buona noche, sleep tight, sweet dreams. May you dream of apps, many apps. Have fun, peace out, drive safe. Until soon.